For hundreds of thousands of years, humanity lived without knowing the exact time. No hours, no minutes, no seconds. The sun rose, the sun set, and that was enough.
But one day, humans tried to trap time itself. They failed, but in the process, they invented something that would change civilization forever.
This is the story of how the clock was invented. Before clocks, time was felt, not measured. Early humans lived inside natural rhythms. The rhythm of daylight and darkness, the rhythm of seasons, the rhythm of hunger and rest. Morning meant safety, night meant danger. Time had no numbers, only meaning. A long hunt, a short day, a cold winter. But as humans settled, as villages formed, as agriculture began, time needed structure. The first clock was not a machine. It was the sun. Someone noticed something strange. A stick pushed into the ground cast a shadow, and that shadow moved. Slowly, predictably, the shadow returned to the same position every day. Time was leaving a mark. Thus, the sundial was born. Civilizations like the Egyptians, Babylonians, and Greeks refined this idea. They divided daylight into parts, not hours as we know them, but segments of the sun's journey.
However, the sundial had a fatal weakness. It only worked when the sun was present. No Sunday, no time. Night erased time. Clouds erased time. And humans wanted control, not dependence.
To escape the sun, humans turned to flow. If shadows could move, maybe substances could move too. Water became the answer. The water clock, or clepsydra, was born. A container, a small hole, water dripping at a constant rate. Time was flowing away. Water clocks worked day and night, but they were imperfect. Water froze, water evaporated, water lied. So humans tried again, this time with sand. The hourglass. Simple, elegant, deceptive. Once flipped, time could not be stopped. As societies grew, time became sacred. Monasteries needed precise prayer times. Not around sunrise. Not when it feels right. Exact moments. So monks began experimenting. They needed a machine that could count time by itself. No Sunday, no water, no sand, just motion. Around the 13th century, something revolutionary happened. Humans invented a machine that could count time using gravity. The first mechanical clocks were born. They were massive, crude, loud, but they worked. Weights pulled gears. Gears turned shafts. Motion became measurement. Time was no longer natural. It was manufactured. These clocks were not precise. They lost minutes, sometimes hours. But for the first time in history, time was independent of nature. Clocks moved into church towers, and when bells rang, people obeyed. Wake up, work, pray, eat, sleep. Time became authority. Villages lived by bells, not by the sun, not by instinct. Time was no longer human. Humans were now servants of time. At first, clocks lived in towers, but humans wanted more. They wanted to carry time. Thus, smaller clocks emerged. Spring-powered mechanisms replaced weights. The first portable clocks appeared. Inaccurate, expensive, status symbols. Time became power. Accuracy became obsession. Minutes were not enough. Seconds mattered. Pendulums were introduced. Time stabilized. Regular. Predictable. Humanity finally approached true measurement. Once time became precise, everything changed. Work hours, trade schedules, navigation, science. The clock reshaped civilization, not by force, but by discipline. Time was no longer free. It was counted, owned, spent. Humans did not invent the clock to understand time. They invented it to control life. And in doing so, they lost something. Before clocks, time belonged to nature. After clocks, time belonged to systems. And ever since, we have been running not with time, but against it.